galactic civil war spreads across the sun. From the heights of Coruscant to fiery Mustafar, to fight the evil empire, for people join the fray. These are the heroes of the Hydian Way.
Welcome to Heroes of the Hydian Way. This is a Star Wars actual play podcast, and we're playing Edge Studios' Age of Rebellion. This is episode 2 of the intermission of The Hard Road. And I'm Ben, the GM for this adventure, and I'm using they-them pronouns.
I'm Erica, and I'm playing Lauren Gremian, they-them engineer scientist.
I'm Henry, I use she-they pronouns, and I'll be playing Isasel Aunt, using she-her pronouns, and she's the ship pilot, captain, and local gay panic.
All right.
And heads towards where she remembers the kitchen being kind of like, it's like, oh, Lauren, so Traway's on his way back right now.
Okay, that's good. He knows where he's going, right?
Yeah, he's the one that gave me the address.
Cool. Let me show you to your room.
Oh, thank you.
And Norin walks back out of the kitchen and towards, down a short hallway past the stairs, where you can see it's a very short hallway. It's got enough for, there's a room to the left directly after the stairs, what looks like a refresher to the right, and then another 2 doors. And Norin takes you to the one at the very end of the hallway, opens it up, walks in, looks around, and it's a fairly standard bedroom. There's a double-sized bed that's fairly low to the ground with a simple wooden headboard that sort of has this curved design and more geometric carvings in it, and a dresser and a nightstand with a table light. Norin brushes down the mattress and then turns around and awkwardly scoots past you in the doorway, opens the one door and starts pulling out linens to put on the bed.
Why didn't I'm gonna see if the force die is going to give me one.
Nope.
Well, it'll give you
It will
one.
not
Just
give you
not the
one.
right one.
You could use strain to
She's
use
not
it.
giving the right one.
You could suffer some strain and use that.
No, instead, she kind of, I'm gonna make it just a little bit more awkward. Isasel kind of puts her hand up to use the force, sees Norin, has a thought, pushes back the thought, and just kind of instead of using the force to be cool and put out the sheets, just kind of instead just puts her hand on Norin's shoulder, on Norin's shoulder, and just does not know what she's doing from this point. Just so just I just wanted to say, Norin, you do look quite amazing when you're not in work clothes. Stops herself. You get to see her face kind of give the, why did I say that?
Thanks, Captain. You should go shopping with Lunala later, and get yourself some clothes. Or if you are short on funds or something, I think they stop and they look at and appraise you for a second. Some of my mom's old clothes that are still here might fit you.
I mean, Traway has some of my extra clothes, but something from Muriel would be would make me, she kind of smiles, blend in a little better.
You could be Mary Ellen and we would still be able to pick you out. There's quite a difference between
I've never been getting it.
People who live here and people who don't. And they make the bed, fluff the pillows and everything, and then they're like, all right, I guess I should make Trellway's bed too. But you could hear a door open, and a deeper voice call out, and Lunala's voice response. It's Dad's back. That's nice.
Are you okay if I go say hello?
Go ahead.
Okay, I'll follow after you. This is your home after all, and you probably want to see him first.
Oh, no. I'm going to take care of Trellway's room.
Okay, then I'll just get up. I head that way. She starts walking that way, kind of like talking to herself. Like once she's down the hallway, you look good when you're not in your work clothes. What are you thinking?
Oh, you mean she actually showed up? After the call. That's... Dang it. Alright, fine. One trip, but nothing over 100 credits.
But I can hardly get anything for 100 credits, Dad. Come on, 200 at least.
Alright, fine. I mean,
No, thanks.
you did win this bet. The other bet, nah.
You come into around the corner just in time to see Lunala stick out her tongue at her dad, and you see an older Mary Allen man, which the family resemblance between Norin and Korik is very apparent almost right off the bat. You can tell which parent Norin probably gets most of their features from. Yeah, he's around 5'11", and his dark hair is long and braided back and then twisted into a knot at the back of his head. And he has diamond tattoos that actually differ from those of his children. His children have very small little diamonds, whereas his are a lot larger and wider and seem to be a slightly different color black as well. So he has these like almost triangular lines versus diamonds that go along his cheekbones under his eyes, and one on his chin as well that goes all the way down to end at his Adam's apple, or whatever the Star Wars equivalent of that name would be.
Yeah, fair.
Issa kind of walks up, is like, hello, I'm going to make the assumption that you're Norin's father. And she kind of like puts her hand out for a handshake, and just like, I'm Captain Issa Salan.
Oh, it's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Pilot On. During some of my misspent youth, my misspent middle age, I was able to see you drive, pilot. I was able to see you pilot, and you are very much a good pilot.
She kind of like takes him up and goes, "Oh, you saw me my pod races."
Yes.
she kind of like rubs the back of her neck. She's like, "Oh, I hope you didn't see the last one."
No, I didn't see the last one, but I did hear about it. As you two are talking, I'm figuring that like the dress jacket that they're normally wearing, he's taking it off to hang up since they're just getting in and were somewhat shocked by Lunala's saying that, oh yeah, no, Izazel showed up finally.
Be glad you didn't hear what she actually said.
Mysteries for later. The jacket comes off, and underneath is what looks to be a very old and faded Redshift Limit shirt. It mostly just looks like a ancient band t-shirt, the kind with sort of hand silk screened graphics on it. As they turn to hang up the jacket in the closet, you can see like dates for when the shows are.
Just in her head, just is like, even Norin's father is cool. I'm just
I'm sitting here like, the man is 160. What is he talking about? His misspent youth.
Exactly.
He would have seen Izazel pod racing like what, at 150?
Exactly. Misspent middle age. Perfect.
But yeah, she's like looking at Lunala, just like, would it surprise you to say if what I heard is correct? This is even the first time I've been betted on, and not all in pod racing. Actually, in my personal life, a lot.
He snaps his fingers and points at you. Oh, yes, the cheddar fan. Norn was saying how the wee one was betting on everything with the clone you have on board.
Yes, they like doing that a lot. At this point, I don't know who's won more money. I think it's just the same money going back and forth.
I think half of those bets are just to psych us out as Norn comes out and gives their dad a kiss on the cheek.
They would give a hug back.
It's like, you know what? That makes sense. So, they're just trying to psych me out too, as she points to Lunala and the dad.
Oh,
or
no.
you. Or us.
Lunala did win a shopping trip.
Yeah.
I thought it would be entirely at the end of the festival.
You underestimate how fast ships go nowadays, old man.
Yes, absolutely I do. They go far too fast.
It's been too long since you've left the planet. It's understandable that you would have such a misguided opinion. As she has like her hands up under her chin and she like pouts.
Misguided, yes. Of course. It's not like the bootleg market is thriving in times like this. Especially in the more cultural situations.
Isel stops and just goes, oh, wait. Lunala, are you going shopping right now?
I mean, I can be if you'd like to go. You probably need some clothes, don't you?
She looks down. I mean, that would probably kind of be a smart idea. I was going to borrow some of... Well, Norman was going to let me borrow some clothes that were here, but I might need some that I would probably want to take day. Or if you allow me to join you on the trip that you're going on to, I might need some for then, too.
Oh, yeah. No, absolutely. You should come. See, what we're going to do is we're going to go out to the clan homestead in the Corderosa Mountains. We have a lovely little setup out there to get all of our speeder buses set up. So that we can fully see the stars as they light up the sky and set up for the festival properly. Because you see what it is just that it's all the tourists that are in the city sort of gunk up the cultural traditions a bit, and we generally just prefer to congregate with our clans anyway, and Lunala is leading you away from the kitchen and outside, just continuing this cultural like exposition as the two of you leave the Gremian household, leaving Norin and Korik home alone to chat.
And Lunala's going to have a ride because Isasel just like, the speeder's there. Just...
I mean, fair, yeah.
No, Isasel just listens and just like is like engaged as like must learn all of this. Well, they talk very well. They're great at speaking.
It's almost like she has a presence of 3 and a whole and the performer talent tree. Smooth talker charm and distracting behavior.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you two have fun shopping. Norin is going to sit down at the table and goes to put their hands over their face, realizes that they're wearing more eye makeup than they usually do. That is not smear proof and does not do that. Just lays their hands flat down on the table. Did you two really bet on her flying all the way out here?
Yes, we did. I could sugarcoat it, but no, we actually did bet. I actually didn't think that she would show up. I mean, all you sent was that you were going to be back late.
Why would I need to send more?
Exactly. I figured that they would just sit there pining, waiting for you to come back.
It's the message got garbled. I guess, you know, the meteors and everything are too close, so it's such a long distance from all the way out here to...
Yes, being out here does cause a bit of interference, especially with using especially with using the hyper terminals now, they go all up and down the Hydian Way. It should be there pretty easily. You told me where the base is near, and yeah, the infrastructure should be solid, even if the Empire's not really maintaining it. It should still be intact for at least another 10 years.
Yeah. Well. That's just how it goes, I suppose. It's just how the tea cake crumbles.
If it just wouldn't keep crumbling, that would be a bit of a soothe, one might say. But for the last 15 years, it's done, well, even longer. It's done nothing but crumble. It's just accelerated. People getting in control and then crumbling.
Norin's just sort of staring into the middle distance and thinking about crumbling. So are we all ready to go? I think I got all of our supplies packed up. I've got them on the back patio. If you've got the bus ready to go, I suppose we'll have to include 2 more sleep mats.
Oh yes, the bus is all ready to go. Just in the garage. We should be able to be out of here pretty much as soon as they get back. Do you have any idea how the extra one's coming? Do they even know where he is?
They did not say.
But
he was the one who had our address on file, so.
There had to be a responsible one.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you're not there.
And Norin sort of moves around the low bench that they're sitting on so that they're sitting right next to their dad, cozied up, and put their head on his shoulder. I miss being home.
It's better for you to be out there actually doing things than sitting here and waiting. And he'll raise up the arm and just sort of pat the far shoulder. But it's good having you here.
You're not too lonely with both of us gone, are you?
No. Friends keep me busy here. It's amazing how many things just need a extra view and an extra set of hands.
That's good. And you're getting all the, you've been getting the credit transfers I've been sending back?
Oh yes, they've been helping out greatly.
That's good. I know that we were talking about maybe having to sell the house, but I'm glad that...
That's been staved off for now. With the renegotiation and the credits you've been able to send, it's working out just fine. Thank you.
Norin pulls out from under their tunic from a pocket and sets it down on the table, the little data box or chip or whatever it was of the manifesto. Norin, the past couple of days, has been trying to relax, to not think about everything that happened the past week. But Izazel coming has sort of forced them to give up on that. And they want to talk to their dad about this without Lunala around to overhear. And they just turn it on and let it play and watch their dad's face.
There will be times when the struggle seems impossible.
I know this already. Alone, unsure.
Dwarfed by the scale of the enemy. Remember this.
This. Freedom is a pure idea. It occurs spontaneously and without instruction.
Random acts of insurrection are occurring constantly throughout the galaxy.
There are whole armies, battalions that have no idea that they're already enlisted in the cause. Remember
that the frontier of the rebellion is everywhere.
And even the smallest act of insurrection pushes our lines forward. And then remember this.
This. The Imperial need for control is so desperate because it is so unnatural.
Tyranny requires constant effort. It breaks.
It breaks. It leaks.
It leaks. Authority is brittle.
Oppression is the mask of fear. Remember that. And know this.
And know this.
And know this. The day will come when all these skirmishes and battles, these moments
of defiance, will have flooded the banks of the Empire's authority.
And then there will be one too many.
One single thing will break the siege. Remember this. Try.
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 Try. You can see a practice calm come over his face for most of it until it gets to the image of your mother, and then it cracks. Like his eyes spark open, and it's like, oh, well, that's unexpected. I wasn't expecting to ever see her again. I mean, what she decided to get up to is... It's never been safe, especially with what's going on out there.
So you knew. You knew Mom wasn't dead.
Oh. With the amount of time that's gone on, and with the way the Empire cracks down, I figured odds are she would be by now. But someone had to stay home and have some form of life for the kids, for you and your sister. I mean, doing what she did, that's no life for a parent. Dragging kids around from one ill-advised operation to another. No matter how much I wanted to go and be with her to help try and keep her safe, I had to keep you and your sister safe.
Do you have any contact with Mom? Have you just been hiding her from us the past 10 years?
I get one coded message a year. In fact, it should be here when we get back. But otherwise, no, I don't. It's not even a message directly from her. Mostly just to know that she's still alive. And nothing else. If it gets intercepted, it just sounds like a bit of music that the Coalition for Progress just wouldn't like. But that's all that I get. And the music's been changing of late. It's become a lot more intense. All I got for the last festival was this shirt. And how it got to me, I still don't know.
I don't know if I should tell Lunala.
With this, it's only a matter of time. There's no real way for us to hide it. I don't even know if we really should. Because what's better, her finding out from us, from her family, or like you did, just getting sideswiped by it around others. It's been 10 years since I've seen Hava, even a photo, even a holo. Just a message. And some really killer tunes.
I can probably trust Lunala not to do something ill-advised. She probably wouldn't even know where to start. She would think about it, and then she wouldn't know what the first step would be. Oh, but I don't want her to figure it out.
Oh.
She's studying on friggin' Boo for Void's sake.
The Force has a very interesting way of exposing things. As much as we would like to shield people, the galaxy has a very emphatic knack for letting everyone know.
Well, this has been great. I'm going to go get those spare sleeping cots and put them in the bus, since we will have 2 guests with us going out to the homestead.
At least the homestead is recently being cleaned up.
Well, did the cousins get to it finally, like they said they would for, years and years and years?
I'm as shocked as you are. I think one of them actually finished a game they were playing and was looking for something to do so that they didn't go back.
Honestly, I suppose I could understand that obsessive behavior, unfortunately. And Norin walks away but leaves the data chip with their father. Next day?
Yeah, next day, I'm figuring.
We're on the bus.
Yeah. On the bus, I'm figuring Trellway is sitting in the front passenger seat, the one that is keeping the driver company, but also allowing the 3 family members who are not driving to sit in the back and actually relax. Or I guess possibly 2 family members and Izazel.
Yeah. So when I say bus, what I really mean is Miri Island culture is nomadic by nature. They have their permanent homes in various areas around the planet, but they also have these buses that they could live on as well, traveling from place to place. So it's really more like a really big RV.
Okay, yeah, I was kind of figuring something along that lines.
Yeah, so it's Star Wars. So it's got like this large, like flat dome shaped train car looking thing that hovers a couple feet off the ground. It's got a row of thin, I'm just going to keep with the diamond shaped thing, man. Diamond windows along either side. And the floor inside is flat. There's no real setup with furniture inside. There are a couple of stairs, and there's these trapdoors in the floor for putting storage down below the floor. But otherwise, it's a large open space with cleverly hidden vents for letting heat into the space, with like the sleeping mats and lots of pillows and drapes to sort of create the illusion of rooms. And that's what I pictured these buses to be like. So it's got like the driver's seat and the navigator's seat up front, and then it's just sort of open from there all the way to the back.
Cool.
Norin and Lunala are sort of lounging together in a area sort of towards the front, that where like the cushions and everything have been set up to simulate a living space, like a living area space. So Lunala and Norin are sort of leaning together on one side, like just lounging on the floor. Norin's got their data pad that they are watching videos with Lunala on. The 2 of them have their heads pretty much pressed together. And I imagine Trellway and Izazel. No, Trellway's up front. Izazel is kind of on the other side.
You're right, because Izazel on the other side, kind of just drawing something in her data pad, and I'm gonna just personally say she burned 200 credits that with the. I'm just gonna burn 2 on clothes and accessories. She's like in a linen, like a short linen sundress, shorts under to attempt to keep warm, calf high boots. too many accessories. She bought sunglasses. She's in summer femme mode. And she's kind of like looking over to like Norin and Lunala smiling and is like,
Wait, I want to know what her hair is like.
Her hair is tied up and kind of like almost like a messy bun ponytail that keeps falling out. So she looks like the best description I have, because this is just my life, is she looks like a Southern California college student again. Like, she has a cup of calf just like next to her. Like, that's where we're at. It's probably a latte. It's definitely a latte. This is her comfort vibe.
Which is good because, like, that's what Lunala looks like too.
So the two with the same style when shopping together, they had very similar outfits after. Isao, who should be doing paperwork, is designing something on her datapad. She'll get to the paperwork eventually.
Norin looks up over the datapad across at you.
Isao looks over her datapad, smiles, and like waves at Norin.
They didn't get you an arm yet? I thought that ISR was going to pay for a cybernetic arm.
Oh, they are, but I left before it can be attached. She stops, thinks about it, opens up another tab in her datapad, looks over. You know, if I waited a couple hours, I probably would have come here with a new arm. Don't put it on when I come back. She just goes back.
Norin just sort of ducks their head, shaking and laughing and smiling just a little bit. Just like, of course, that's very you. And outside the windows, we just see the view of Varia City disappearing behind the Corderosa range. The last glimpses of it visible for just a moment before it's just mountains and flora as they make their way through the mountains to the family homestead. It's quite a while on the bus. It's probably, we have to make camp once it gets too dark to continue to drive safely, even though it's a lot brighter outside than you would expect from normal nighttime out in the wilderness, because there's these little pinpricks of light that are bursting in the sky and then disappearing, like just sort of a twinkling overcast cloud as far as the eye can see. Once the sun sets fully beyond the horizon, Korik pulls over. Lunala and Norin and him get the sort of like the kitchen set up out from under the floor and set about making a little outdoor camp space to match the indoor camp space.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Heroes of the Hydian Way. You can find show updates at linktree/The Hydian Way, and you can find me on the socials at Deuterium Ice.
You can find me, Erica Goodwitch, and all of my mercenary work at linktree/Erica Goodwitch.
You can find me everywhere as @SimDisorder with one Y and one I in that order.
And we are all at thehydianway.com, where you can find previous episodes and previous seasons.
You can find more episodes on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube Music, and plus, you can help us out by rating, reviewing, and subscribing.
You can holocom us at heroesatthehydianway.com. You can find merch at tpublic.com/user/thehydianway.
And if you like what we do and want to support the show, you can with a CAF subscription at ko-fi.com/thehydianway.